Well, good morning. Hello, after five. How you been? Out on Lake Superior. Nice. I just got done munching on a Pop-Tart, drinking my coffee. Are you hitting anything out there? I was gonna go out, but we've been having a ton of rain for the last 2 days, off and on up here, and we had torrential downpours, high winds, and this morning it's been raining. Well, it's been raining almost all night, but it's supposed to clear out, so I may get out tomorrow. If not later today, but I got a few things I got to get done. So, are you catching anything there after 5? 10 to 20 mile an hour winds out on the lake. Yeah, definitely be a rough ride. Well, hello, Tom. Just got done with all your rain. Cool. And Lupe, good morning. CP, go to sleep. I just got up about 4 hours ago. Been up since 4:30. Not on the water yet. Caught 5 Lakers yesterday. There you go. Oh, no, early in the morning. I knew to sleep. Good day for fishing. Yes, it is there, the field guide. Yes, it is. Except my way, it's raining. I don't like rain. Fish will be biting after it's done, but you need sleep. Well, you need to go to bed if you're tired. Been up since 4:30 for no reason. Yeah. I'm used to getting up at 4:30 every morning during the week, and on the weekend I don't even set the alarm, and I still wake up. Just used to it, I guess. But I'm planning on getting out. I need to shoot some video, and I want to do some fishing, at least an hour or two. But I got a bunch of other shit I got to get done. But I'm gonna move some stuff around here. Fell asleep at 9 p.m. Yeah, I was in bed by 9:30, I think it was. Been up since 10 a.m. yesterday. Why? Just can't sleep. I've had nights like that, especially if I had to go to work. I get insomnia every now and then. Just can't sleep. But I thought I would make this get a little discussion going, see what you guys have to say about the the Kenshaw shooting. I feel it was justified. As you know, the media does not show; they just show what they want to show, and people react to photos or short video of what the media pushes out there and go ape shit, start looting and doing whatever they want to do. But there's video out to prove that it was justified in self-defense. He was shot at first. Paid terrorist, exactly. Well, I ain't know if they're paid, but they're out there for the wrong reasons. But the shooting, see if I can find. We've all seen the shooting of whenever he was being bum rushed, trying to get away from the other protesters, fell and got hit by one fella with a skateboard twice, and another had a pistol. If I'm trying to escape the situation, the first shooting part where it happened was in a parking lot. And he was moving across the parking lot, and another fella pulled a pistol and fired at this kid. Myself, I am going to shoot back. I'm sorry. And it was fully justified. He dropped him, shot him in the head in between two cars. And then the others started going after him. And that's when you see the other videos, was whenever he was trying to get away from the other rioters, the ones that were trying to stop him or whatever, and fell. But they're out there because of the wrong people. Exactly. And the media does not help. Vomiting. Fish Lake, Michigan was good and laid a pit and hold position the whole time fishing. Laid in a fetal position. That's some dedicated fishing. Well, after 5, we will see you later. I'm glad you stopped in just for a short bit. Do appreciate it. Yes, the media, it's all about money. It's not about the true story. They can put on what they want to put on just to make it, to get the views and make money on it. But it's just not. I am trying to find the video. Okay. Like I was saying, let's do a screen share. I'm hoping this is the one. No, it's not. Okay, let me try. Okay.
Them is white boys.
They're blaming the white guys.
Yeah, that's Antifa, man.
Listen to the gunshot.
Oh, we got a gun, baby. Oh, they shooting. Oh, you shot him.
Okay, as you noticed,
Them is white boys.
I'll turn this down
Yeah,
to
that's Antifa,
no.
man. Oh, we got a gun, baby. Oh, they shooting. Oh, you shot him.
Okay. If you listen to the gunshots, it's totally two different firearms. It's not just him. He just didn't go out and pull the trigger on somebody. There was two totally distinctive sounds from two different firearms. Let's go back again. And
them is white boys.
now listen to the first shots.
Yeah, that's Antifa, man. Oh, we got a gun, baby.
Whoop, we got a lag right here, as you can see off to the right. Fires into the air. But there's fellas over here also.
Oh, they shooting. Oh, you shot him.
The three shots that you heard are the rifle.
You shot him.
That sounds more like a pistol. Well, it keeps jumping around.
They shooting. Oh,
That is AR. He's returning fire. So I call it justified. If I'm getting shot at, I'm shooting back. Plain and simple. I'm not firing no warnings into the air. I ain't wasting ammo. Sorry. But they say that they've moved his charges down. Still doing some investigating, and I feel it was justified. I'm sorry, I don't want to really. I mean, I had more than I had a few guys in here, and a bunch you bounced. You might not want to hang out just because of what I am talking about, but it's the truth. I mean, I carry concealed when I'm not at work because of the I can't carry in a firearm in a commercial vehicle, but going to work and coming home, I'm armed. Anytime I leave the house, I'm armed. Nowadays, you just don't know. So, and I've been carrying for well over 20 years. But let's get away from that BS. So we're planning on doing some fishing. And I got the parts in finally for my mower. And so I got to get that taken care of. And hopefully tomorrow, if it's nice enough, I can get my yard done. Yeah, if it's going to be windy out there on the lake, yeah, I think it's going to deter you guys from getting some fishing done. I might just do some pond hopping. I really, in this weather and all that, no, we got downpours, and I can guarantee the water's raised and high, and the lakes are full, and we do get, it's calm right now outside, but I might just do some bank fishing. Hey, CP, are you still in here? I was kind of wondering why you were up all night. Oh, you work nights. Okay, I had to scroll back a little bit. I see. So it's time for you to call it a day, huh? But it's supposed to stop raining, and we're looking at possible thunderstorms again coming through. But if it stops by mid-afternoon and all that, I might hit the ponds. My buddy, that pond I wanted to get to last weekend, I might get hold of him and see if it's still good to go. Yeah, I keep bouncing viewers in and out, but I'm going to bring back up another about the Jacob Blake's shooting and what the media just posted up. You've seen the videos where they just show a little bit of a tussle on the one passenger side of the vehicle, and then they applied a tasers to him, and that didn't work, and he went around to the front of the car and tried to enter the vehicle and was shot 7 times. Yeah, that's what the media wants you to see. So they don't tell you the whole story, that he is a pedophile. He was threatening people. He was wielding a knife at the time the police got there because of a domestic dispute call. He has a rap sheet as thick as a dictionary, and he threatened them that he was going to get a gun that's in his car, and that's where he was heading, and the police are not going to let you get your gun. Probably strung out on dope. I don't care. I mean, he wound up in the hospital being shot 7 times, paralyzed from the waist down. Hey, you got what you deserved. You were a dumbass. Plain and simple. Hello, Beast Fishing. How is everything going with you? But like I said, I mean, the police, it was justified. They're saying, the meat because of the media, and once that starts, people start their crap, and the police are being fired and discharged and all that, but they don't do their homework, and they should have been wearing body cams. I think that should be a piece of equipment every policeman should be wearing in the situation the United States is in now. You need to have that footage and what was going on and why. But this world is just going to hell in a handbasket. Thunderstorms until 7 p.m. in New York. That's right, you're in upstate. Yeah, I looked at the weather down our way, south of Erie. They're talking thunderstorms and all that till around noon or so, and then it's supposed to be just partly cloudy the rest of the day, and tomorrow is supposed to be pretty decent. So today really ain't going to get much done until after. It's not raining now. It was earlier. It quit, but we had some major gully washer last 2 days. I was driving in coming up 79, heading back toward the yard toward the end of the day, uh, Thursday and Friday, both days, and down to 45, 50 mile an hour with the four ways on, wipers just going. Yeah, it was. We got some good rains. A lot of washouts, so I'm expecting tomorrow probably these townships will be ordering up some retaining wall block and all that, so we'll be busy Monday morning, probably into the beginning of the week. They build those because whenever wash out a road or ditch or whatever, they use them and build retaining walls. But yeah, I might go out and attempt uh, practice with my bait casters. Yeah, they said rained in Kansas last night. Yeah, definitely. That storm, that hurricane's it's working its way up through, so we'll see a lot of rain for the next few days. And tasers couldn't stop them. Well, I think what happened there is they didn't make a good body shot with the tasers, and it could have been, also being strung out on some sort of drugs and whatever. It don't phase them. It just doesn't work, even if they do get a good shot on them. But still, he threatened that he was going to get his gun out of the car, and he made it to the driver's door. I'm surprised he made it that far. Take a towel. What do you mean? Take a towel fishing? Is that what you're saying? Or put on the rain gear? I want I'm going to get a set of Frog Talk rain gear. My old pair. About history. Oh, when I go bank fishing, yeah. I always carry a towel, even in the kayak. As you seen in the video, the collaboration with Boxy. I carry a towel. Never know when you're going to need it. And you know, some of these fish are slimy and all that. And just rinse your hands off and dry them off and keep it going. But I got a new bait caster from my son. I showed that in the last stream last weekend, and I don't know if I'm going to keep it on that ugly stick or if I'm going to change it onto a different rod. I just got to practice with them first to get used to them. I just haven't had time during the week. I don't get time to do that. But I got a few ponds around here that I'm going to attempt to hit. I might try 2 or 3. See what I can come up with. And of course, I'll take you guys along. Good morning, Jai. Hey, I cannot pronounce your name. Deer season, yes, it's coming up soon. We in Pennsylvania, archery comes in, muzzleloader, and archery, they kind of bleed over each other. And opening day of rifle is the Monday after Thanksgiving. So we have a late rifle season, but archery and muzzleloader come in way before that. I love deer hunting. I haven't done it in a few years, just because of my job and time and just the family issues, my wife's health and all that the last couple of years and all that. So, but I am planning on getting back into that. I'd love to try to get back into archery. I love archery. I used to shoot competition with a compound. I was a sponsored shooter with Alpine Archery out of Nebraska. And my wife, she shot for high country. And so we used to do a lot of traveling. And I love shooting. But I had shoulder surgery, and I tried pulling back my bow. It was probably 2 or 3 months ago. I can do it, but it's rough. So I'm thinking of going to a crossbow. Can't wait for early bow season. Yes. Oh, with that camera right here, that is a Canon 700D DSLR. As you can see on the shelves above it, I'm into photography and videography. I have been I was into photography back when they shot 35mm film. Back in high school, I was a high school photographer, and plus I liked I did it for many years, and then I started getting into videography. But that I have multiple lenses. Just as an example, this here is a video lens zoom, wide angle, This is what I mostly use for video. That's one of them. Oops, I need to put that way. And then I have a 55 millimeter. These lenses up here are mostly all my video. This is a 200 millimeter. There, try to get back in focus here. I don't know what's going on with that. There we go. I don't know what happened there. But this is a 200 millimeter telephoto, long to shoot long distance. But the for some reason my webcam is there we go. But yeah, I can shoot 4K on that camera. Also, this is the camera I mostly use for my YouTube videos. I'm gonna shut the lid. I had it plugged in, but it's a Sony. I think it's a Sony X. I got this Velcro on the side for my wireless mic, but it shoots in 4K. That's what I mostly use. The battery shooting 4K, I can go about an hour and a half or so, and then I don't know where they're at. I got the power bricks, and then I just plug this in, and I can shoot up to, with the one power brick, I could shoot up to almost 6.5 hours shooting 4K continuous. So, and then I have a 100 and I think it's 136 or 132 gig card that I have in here. So never run out of storage. Does it have Wi-Fi? Yes. That the Canon, no, it does not. But the Sony, my action cam, yes. My YouTube camera, yeah, this one, my 4K, yes, it's Wi-Fi capable. It does have Wi-Fi. I have a right here. It's an old cell phone. I have the app on it, and I can just go set this up on a tripod anywhere I want it, and I can control it with the old cell phone. Start, stop, zoom, and then on top of that, if I know I'm going to be moving in the shot, if I need to move from point A to point B instead of going to the camera and moving the camera, I mount it on this. This is a Zhiyun Smooth Q gimbal, and I have a mount that whenever this turns on, let me go. It'll come up like so. It'd be like that. But I have a mount that I put in there, and I can mount the camera in there. And then same phone, I have the app to run this. This is Wi-Fi, and I can turn it to follow me, and this will be on a tripod. Well, there's a lot to it. And then I use a field recorder also, because if you're further away from your camera, the audio is too low. So I use a field recorder, and I just match up my audio to the video whenever I'm editing. November, New York's southern zone, regular season, November 21st. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, always opening days are crazy. With the Sony, I never really tried it, but I think you can. I'd have to look into that. I always take the SD cards out and dump them onto my computer, because the video from, it's like my drone. I use a tablet, and yes, it records on the tablet, or you could use your phone on the drone. So I don't see it would be nothing different with that camera. But the video quality is low on your camera when it or your phone when it records what you were shooting. The quality is too low. That's why I always take off the SD card, because that's what the camera shot, and that's the highest quality you're going to get. That the Sony, if you're looking at getting one of these, you're going to look at right around $3.50, about $350, but they're worth it. I've been using this now 3 years, something like that. I love this thing. And then whenever, like I was saying with audio, if I don't use my field recorder, I use I don't have all the parts right here, but I use where's the other part? Right there. I use a wireless lavalier mic. This here is the transmitter. Put this in your pocket, plug in the microphone in the top. I usually put it underneath my shirt, so you can't really see it. And then this part goes onto the camera. This is the receiver, and that's why that Velcro is there, because I just Velcro it on the side of it, and then it plugs in underneath into the microphone jack. So I can walk up to about 50 yards, and then it starts breaking up. So 50 yards away, that's a ways away. And this here, this one, look it up on Amazon. Cheap, works good. I think I paid $30 or something like that for it. I mean, it does the job, and it sounds good. What hands-free devices do you use? I am that hands-free. I'm trying to figure out what you mean by hands-free. Yeah, I love my tech. I'm a geeking with tech. On the GoPro, okay, what's my opinion? I don't own one, but I am going to get some, just because of the size. But I ain't gonna go buy the brand new, 8 black, or just because it has super stabilization. I can take care of that in post, in editing. I want one with a forward and back facing screen, but there is others out there, like JV Outdoors, I think it was. He He uses a knockoff brand, and it seemed to work. I'm gonna have to look into it a little deeper. But I want to get a couple GoPros just for the size, and because I like my Sony, it's small, and the GoPros are just as small, and they work just as fine. I used to use this one. It's in the waterproof case right now, but it's a Vivitar. It only shoots in 720. I've had this thing for many years, and I don't use it anymore. So it's just, but I like this. I like the idea of the size. But the GoPros, I'm gonna go. I can't remember what he said those were. I wish he was in here and throw that out there. But it shot in 4K, had forward and backward screen. That's nice, having a front-facing screen so you can get your shot. Know what's in the frame. I'm going to look into that a little bit deeper. But I have a Canon ELPH 190. It is a fire for only 160 bucks. I'm trying to think of what that camera looks like, but that's not a bad price at all. Hello, full-time dream. How are you? Yes, the head and body mount devices are great. Chest mount and hat mounts, and you can get mounts for handlebars, or put it virtually suction cup, put it at virtually anywhere. But you can get, just to give you an idea, if you go, you can buy any camera. If it shoots in 4K, you're better off. All my videos, I shoot in 4K, but I edit. Once I'm done editing, I render it in 1080p, and then that's what you see on my videos. It's in 1080p, but it was shot in 4K, just because of the resolution. You get better shots, and the file ain't so huge to upload. What kind of product are you talking about, Field Guide? It all depends on what you are looking to do. I even shoot some of my videos with my cell phone. I got an old S7, and I use that. So it's between the Sony and the S7. And that 7, you can't shoot 4K, but it does take good video. I was just kind of wondering what kind of product are you talking about? Oh, head and body mounts. Okay, it just popped up on me. All depends on what your camera is. GoPro, they make a lot of that stuff. The Vivitar, I don't have the chest mount anymore. I lost it, but it does have. It did come with different mounts, with the adhesive backings, straps, which I have right here. This is a strap that you can put around a tree. Let's see if we can get this to focus. There we go. Maybe. This camera's really acting up. There we go. But this straps around the tree, and then you can put your different mounts in here, which will have a nut, and then you can put it has a 1/4-20. You can mount a smaller camera on, or a GoPro, or even the Sony, anything that has a 1/4-20 bolt in the bottom. That's the way that's the way I've been doing it, shooting in 4K, posting in 1080. All it is the crop factor. Like I said in one of my other videos here, 4K might be this big, but then you go to 1080p, it just shrinks it down a little bit. It's nothing. The pixels are still there. It just shrinks it down into a tighter format. GoPro Hero 8 works amazing. I also have 3 knockoff GoPros that film great, but audio sucks. So set cheap ones away from me and the good one close by. Yeah. Whenever, and like you were saying, the audio, anytime you put them in the waterproof case or even the holder, because some of the GoPros, the GoPro 8, I'm not mistaken, I think they decided they were going to put the 1/4-20 screw in the bottom for the bottom to mount it, which is a good idea because the older ones use that to put it in a holder, and that would muffle the microphone. But like I was saying, some of them, if they have a mic jack, look into wireless lab mic. Like I said, I went cheap with this, and it works fine. It works fine. I went to a different lab. I went and got a Purple Panda lavalier mic to plug into into the transmitter, just because of the filtration, and it works great. But if you have to use a field recorder, my field recorder is an app on an old cell phone I have, and I plug in the microphone into it, put it in my pocket, and I have the audio. It's a totally separate track, and whenever I go into editing, I have my video track, and then I have my audio track below that, and then I just match them up. And the way you want to match them up is whenever you start your camera and you start your field recorder, clap your hands real loud. So both in editing, you see the audio track that's connected to your video. Then you have your audio track that is from the field recorder, and you got from clapping, you got that spike, and you just line them up, lock them together, and then you can mute the audio from the camera and do your editing, and it all matches up. Use an S9 Samsung. Yes, I'm needing to get a new cell phone, personal cell phone, and I'm looking into the S9. I ain't gonna go out and spend brand new, but they're good phones. Yeah, that a Hero 8 is totally waterproof. That's the thing about so I mean the price. I mean, I never played with GoPros that often. I'd like to just try it out, but I do want the forward-facing screen. do a little metal detecting. Been thinking of videoing. All your info is just making my head spin. Yeah, yeah, it can. But yeah, GoPro is one of the better. A lot of YouTubers use the GoPros just because the size, the small. But a lot of them, the audio just blows. So you've seen some of my videos shooting with the Sony. The audio is great on that thing. It has wind reduction. It's built-in stabilization. Then plus I can stable even more if I wanted to in post. Just has a bunch of options. But a GoPro, that'd be perfect for videoing metal detecting. And they're small, they're not in the way, and you can get different perspectives. Like I said, I want to get a couple, just so I can mount one somewhere to get a different angle. Because whenever I make my videos, I like to have different. I'd love to run two to three cameras just to get different perspectives, and then in editing, you can make it more interesting for the viewer. And shooting with a cell phone, a lot of guys, they like to shoot. It's a habit. You're walking around, you're going to shoot something, you bring up your camera, you bring up your cell phone, and you start videoing like this. For TikTok and Twitter and Instagram, stuff like those platforms. Yeah, if you're going to make a video and post to those platforms, yeah, that's what they call for. But YouTube, shoot like this. That's 16 by 9. That's the size. What you're seeing right now on the screen is 16 by 9 format. You just you see a lot more in the shot. Oh yeah, phones are very convenient. You got everything there with you. If you got a real good phone, that you can get different apps. I use for my video shooting on my cell phone. I use a pro app so I can adjust the aperture and the white balance. But that's me. I've been shooting photos and video for years. Yeah, multiple cameras for different perspectives, but going into editing to get those different angles, you definitely want different. You got to run 2 or 3 different cameras. Yeah, yep. Shooting up a video in portrait mode is what they call that. It brings your picture down to where my hands are at. That's all you see. You don't see anything out this way. Now, if you turn your phone horizontally, this is what you see. You see a lot more behind you. And whenever I use my phone, let's see if I have it here. Yeah. You can look it up on. This is what I use for my cell phone. It's on a tripod. This is just a old school tripod, but it adjusts. Get it up in view. It adjusts to any cell phone. I don't have my regular phone in here, but we'll give you an idea what we're looking at. But I turn it around and it will adjust to any phone. You can just lock it in place, and there you go. You're off and running. And the lens is right there. This little mirror, that is if you're doing and the best camera to use for quality is this camera. Don't use this one that much because it's not as good on any phone. But this here, this mirror, is so that you can center up your shot. So whenever you're doing a selfie, you just look in that reflection and get your face in the middle of that mirror, and you got the you're in frame. Got that for, I think it was $10 or something. Been too long. But that's it's called USA Gear. Look them up. It works good. And I have it on a old tripod. This tripod, let me bring it back here. It was from the, I'd say it's from the 50s, 40s, 50s. Nice little handheld, and then the legs extend just like an antenna. I do. That's my. And then sometimes I put my Sony on top of it and use it. It's a good little portable tripod. Got that at a yard sale, $3. I even still got the box. Right there's the box for it. Look, turn it up. That sucker's so dang old. I'd have to say it's from the 50s, 40s, 50s. But you don't have to buy brand new stuff. Just whatever you need. A few tries to figure it out. Yep. Just went to put my camera gear in the description of my last video. Yeah, I need to do that too. Well, I do. I think. Yeah, I thought I had it in there, but I need to update. I need to update that. Where's Boxy? Probably sleeping. He goes in at 2 in the afternoon, comes home around midnight or so, and he's probably still sleeping. One more, I'd be at 140 followers. Cool. You're gaining. Keep it going. Yeah, posting to social media. And I post a lot on Facebook, different groups I belong to, like the bushcraft groups and kayak fishing groups, and I belong to them. And I just make sure that I'm allowed to post video because some groups don't allow it. But I get in there and I post up there, post to Twitter, my Twitter accounts, I post to Instagram, and I post in Reddit. I get a lot of views and subscribers from external sources. Yeah, I think I might talk a little bit more about in another stream about shooting video and show some different perspectives. And if any of you kind of get into are wanting to get into the better cameras like the Canon. Let me grab that. I'll show you. We'll get a close-up view with this thing. But it's a, move the microphone jack a little bit, but it's a EOS Rebel 7D. They call it the 7, but it's a 700D. They have two different names. DSLR. Has split screen, which if you're looking into that, that's what you want. Because if you're shooting video, you can frame your shot. You see what's going on. I have the Rode Video Mic Pro microphone on top. Boom mic. It's good for up to about 15 feet or so, and then it starts dropping off. But then that's when you go to a wireless, which this has them jack to where I can plug in my wireless in the sides. It has a little bit more. It has USB and mini. I can't remember, but it has the jacks in there, so you can even put a monitor on this, and yeah, the different jacks in there. The battery's under here. SD card is over here. And then it's interchangeable lenses, like I was stating before. Just change them out real quick. This is just a standard lens that comes with the camera, but it's soon. I like this thing. I haven't used it in a while, but if you want quality video, it's heavy. That's why. I mean, just moving this thing around and trying to vlog with it or shoot a video with it, all that, it's cumbersome if you're using it by hand. But if you're putting it on a tripod, and then you just move the tripod around, and it ain't no real big deal. Oh, yeah, Joshua, I will have to go. Let's see. I will have to go to the my YouTube to make you a mod. I do need more mods for my streams. Reddit can be a landslide if you get in the right Reddit, and post whenever and be active in there. You can get tons of people watching your video. Use Filmora to edit. You don't need internet to edit, but yeah, if you got a program, if it's a program, you can do it offline. The online, I don't care for the online editing. The apps. I'm trying to do a couple of things, but they're just slow because you're uploading information and trying to do your editing and your cutting and transitions, and it's just too time consuming for me. And there's not as many options as you can with the big. I'm on a desktop. I run 2 monitors. I'm waiting for this to open. I'm not even looking at the. I'm on a Okay. Let me find you there, Josh. There you go. You should be a mod now. But let me set this back over there. But the I use an editing program. I could bring that up and kind of show you. I might do that in a different screen, tell you the truth. But I use a desktop, 16 gig of RAM with a video card. I can't remember what it is. 2 monitors, and I move all my stuff over by SD card onto a external 2 gig hard drive. That's where I store all my information. But with the program I use, I can take things out of the video if I need to. Like if I didn't want that camera in the background, I can remove it, and it would look like it's never there. Audio, I can, if I got background noises, I can cut them out. I can change, like right now, you're seeing on the side of my face, you're seeing glare from the window because it's starting to get a little sunny out. I can change, I could do color correcting. But like I said, I've been doing photography and videography for many years. Just it's a learning curve with the program, but you got a lot more options. What kind of drone do you got full time? I'm a drone head myself. I had 3, and I got rid of 2 of them. I still have my DJI Spark, but I'm thinking of going to the Mavic Mini, and I'll probably get rid of the Spark because I don't really use. I use my drones, but I don't. It's a tool. I use it for video. I don't really take them out just to fly and play. The Mavic Mini, yes, that's what I want. Does that have the 3-axis gimbal? My gimbal on my Spark is only 2-axis. That's the main thing I want to. And what does it shoot in? Does it shoot in 2K or 4K? Matter of fact, let me see if I might have to. Yep, there it is. There it is. Dogs are out there. Yeah, right there's a little guy. That's what I fly. I have a remote, and I use my Galaxy S7 as a monitor. Never had a drone before. Well, no, my camera went nuts. So easy to use. Yes, they are. They're easier than the cheaper ones because they have the hover, and they have the guidance, the obstacle avoidance. It's just make sure that you have enough satellites, you have it your home point locked, and especially whenever if you ever do get into trouble and you hit the return to home, have it set to where it's high enough. I have mine set at 150 feet, and if I'm flying at 30 feet off the ground and I get into trouble, or say the battery's down to the point to where I need to get home, I just hit return to home, and it'll fly up and 100 to 150 feet and then come home and land. But you just want to make sure that it's set high enough, because if you only have it set at 50 feet and it goes up 50 feet and there's trees in the way or whatever, and you never know, it might. I pull oversized wind tower loads. Drone would be so cool. The video would turn. I've been driving ever since I've been 17 years old. I had my chauffeur's license and grandfathered into the CDL. I went into overdimensional through my career. I couldn't tell you. It was probably back in the it would have been back in the late 80s, early 90s. I know where you're coming from. That would be cool. 185 feet long. Yeah. And you got a back steer. You know, don't you have or is it just long? Not that heavy. I pulled heavy oversized. It has a 3-axis gimbal, but won't shoot in 4K. So okay, so it probably shoots in 2, because my Spark shoots in 2. But I had a DJI the 3, the bigger one. I had that, and it was just cumbersome to carry around big, but yeah, it had 3-axis gimbal. And what was the other one? It was kind of the same thing. That was years ago. But I'm looking at upgrading to the Mini. I thought about the Mavic Air, or the Air, but for what I do and how much I fly, I can't justify that kind of money, because all I use mine is for really video whenever I want to get some aerial shots. But Lupe, if you're thinking about a drone, really anybody thinks about a drone, if you're planning on making money with it, you got to go through and get the drone pilot license, Act 107, because if they come down on you, you're going to spend a lot more money than you are what the cost of that drone was. But just to fly as a hobbyist and shooting video and some photos, yeah, that's a different story. Look into it. Let's look into drone regulations. Well, we'll see you later. God bless you, and we will see you again. Thanks for stopping. Well, yeah, right now the Mini is the cheapest through DJI, but because they got rid of the Spark, they stopped producing the Spark. The Spark was the cheapest, and until they came out with the Mavic Mini, and then they dropped the production of the Spark, but they still sell parts and pieces to it. And but I need to use my drone more. I think that's what I'm going to do with some. I'm planning on getting out and do some fishing. I like to shoot the pond, hit some ponds. I might just do some aerial with it. I need to fly it. I haven't flown it in probably 2.5 months. But I'm thinking I might do a video, and I might even do a live stream on video gear, what I use, kind of do like my pack out, my list of stuff. And if any of you want to want me to do a in-depth on perspectives, lighting, setups, stuff like that, I'll put it in the chat, and I can go from there. Same with the Spark. It does have avoidance below and forward, but it does not have side to side or back. So you gotta pay attention to what you're doing. But if you're flying near something anyways, why are you near it in the first place? And the thing about the Spark, I like about the Spark, it has sport mode. You flip that little switch and put it in sport mode. That sucker fly. I mean, it just freaking hauls. Fast, nimble, but easier to wreck. That's my plan, field guide. I'm just going to look at the weather and see what it has to say. And might just jump there real quick. And because earlier it said it's supposed to quit around noonish. But I do got to get my mower fixed. And tomorrow is supposed to be real nice, so. And that's God's day, so I'll spend time with him in the morning. And then I should get out there and mow my lawn. So it looks like I might be doing some fishing this afternoon. Let's see, let me pop over here. Oh, it changed on me. Let me bring that up. We'll share it with you. Let me go here. Pop back over. 71, mostly cloudy. High of 73. That's going to be a pretty nice day. 15% chance and 15-mile-an-hour winds at the highest today. Oh, I might, yeah. And then tomorrow morning, so it's mostly cloudy in the 60s. 71 for a high. So I think the rain's over with. So I think I might be going fishing. The Mini has 3 sport modes: sport, standard, and cinematic. That's cool. Cinematic, it just moves a lot slower, so it ain't so jittery. And if you crank the toggle on the remote, till left or right, it starts to move slow. It doesn't take off. That's cool. I'm gonna have to look into that. Need to do another plant survey. Gonna get breaks in the rain. Put on the raincoat and fish a local pond. Here you go. What do you mean plant survey? What do you mean? Thought you was done. I have. I watched one of your last videos. I don't watch so many. They just bleed into each other. But I do got to run into town and get a few things, so I might just take off here pretty soon and go do some fishing and go to town, get a few things, and come home and work on the mower. Heck, it's almost 9:30, and the wife ain't even up yet. Full time. Does that mini? It comes with the remote. Because the Spark, when they first introduced that, it did not. You can use your cell phone to control it, but then you're limited because it's Bluetooth, and you're limited to the distance you can fly. Oh, okay. Okay, so you're going to do some work today too. Invasive plants, yeah, like the, what do they call it? That one? Oh, hogweed, I think it was. I hear those are nasty. But with the mini, I got the remote, and I can fly, and I got the extenders on it, the metabolic extenders on the antenna. So I've had it as far as about 3/4 of a mile. But that was the first time I ever went that far away and brought it back, and I don't like doing that. I'm not out for distance, or with height you can only go 400 feet legally, and then you got no fly zones. So if you're near an airport, that ain't happening. Hogweed is vicious, yeah. That's what I hear. I mean, if you get that on you, I hear it's nasty. We haven't had any reports any around us that I know of. Yes, it has a remote, and if you get the Fly More package, you get a case, extra battery, and charger, and extra blades. Yeah, I bought my Spark second owner, but yeah, you get the Fly More package. I do need to get another battery for it, just because if I want more fly time. I only need 2, because like I said, I use mine as a tool for video, and I get a 15-minute flight time out of one battery. But once I shoot, if I later on during the shoot, if I want to shoot some more, I got to charge the battery, which I use a power inverter and plug it into my car, and then plug in the charger and charge it while I'm shooting other footage. But I do need an extra battery. Oh, and I need new blades too. Yeah, that reminded me. I need to get another set of blades for mine. They're still good, but one got a little nick in it. Just under 600. Yep, that's about right. But just watch, look into the regulations and your because certain states and certain areas, have different regulations on drone flying and no-fly zones. So if you ever get into an area that you're near an airport and you go to try to fly and it won't let you. And the Mini, it has a track me. It will track it. It will track you. Mine does. So if you lock it in on a subject, it will just follow you. Follow me zone or something like that. That's kind of cool. In mine, the Spark, you can get it to do with hand gestures, which is, I never used it. I mean, I did that first when I got it just to play with it, but you can make it back up by pushing your hand forward. You can make it come to you by pulling your hand back. You can make it go left or right, land, all kinds of crap. But I think that's useless. Just something that a gimmick they put in there. And then I want to get also, I keep forgetting, for the Spark, I want to get the UV filters for the lens. I run UV filters on my DSLR. I got adjustable lenses to where I can adjust for outside. Three batteries and it charges fullest battery for, yeah. So yeah, mine got the Find Me drone deal on it too. As long, like you said, as long as you got battery left in your drone. But if you lost connection, sometimes it doesn't give you that information on your remote. Just a little hack for you if you want to try it sometime in case something like that ever does happen. I did it on my big drone. You can buy these little trackers, or just a little square plastic deal, double-sided tape. You can put one on your drone, and what it's for is for finding your keys. It hooks, you can hook it to your key fob, but you can use double-sided tape and tape it to your drone, and then it's an app, and on your phone you can turn it on and it will automatically turn that on, and as you get closer, the louder it beeps and it shows you the direction. It's kind of like a map, and it shows you the direction that it's in, and the beep gets louder and louder and louder until you find it. Kind of neat. It's kind of like a backup is what I did. I use a backup. I got one I got a case just for all my drone stuff, the remote, and I got landing pad, and can't remember what else I got in there. I use a tablet I've used a tablet for the drone, but it's just fits in there. But I usually mostly use my phone. But it's kind of like a backup recovery. Because I've seen people that lost connection, and any data that the drone is transmitting to your phone, you ain't picking it up, and you can't, it will show with the last position, that drone was in. But if you have a flyaway and you lost connection, and you say the battery is at 75%, and you get a flyaway, 15-minute flight time, and say you've been flying for about 5 minutes, and that sucker takes off for 10 minutes flying away, it can get a ways away. You'll never find it. You'll just know kind of what direction it took off in. Alrighty, yeah, I gotta go too. I gotta get some things done. So it was good seeing you, and thank you for stopping in. But yeah, I'm gonna do a live maybe tomorrow. All depends. And I want to talk a little bit more about either camera settings, perspectives, or if you guys are interested in editing, on what I use, and I can look into other editing programs, kind of, if you have any questions. And I'm not a professional, but I can help out. Tug Hill is loaded with hogweed. Yeah, that's real nice. But yeah, I am gonna mosey on out of here. Thank you all for stopping in and hanging out. We started off with one subject and into a subject I really love. And I am going to get on out of here. But you all have a great weekend. Stay safe. Get out there and shoot some video. Have some fun. And we will see you on the next one. Have a good day. See you all later.